Hey everyone, welcome to this exciting story about Azerbaijan and the 10 countries that keep it strong. Imagine Azerbaijan as a shiny gem in the mountains, full of oil and gas treasures, but it needs trusty friends to trade, travel, and build. Without these countries, exports could drop, jobs vanish, and energy supplies stop, hurting its 10 million people and slowing growth to zero. We'll count down from number 10 to number 1, sharing why each is vital with simple facts, percentages, and numbers from 2025. Each tale shows how trade, tourism, and ties hold everything up. Subscribe for more cool stories like this, and watch till the end to see the number 1 that keeps the heart beating. Number 10, Croatia. Picture Azerbaijan as a busy oil ship sailing across seas, and Croatia as a friendly port waiting to load up. Without Croatia, the ship loses a key stop. In 2025, Croatia buys 2% of Azerbaijan's exports, mostly oil, taking over 700 tons in the first 5 months alone. This keeps pipelines flowing and brings steady revenue. Tourism adds a little spark. Croats visit for beaches, making up 1% of arrivals, around 5,000 people yearly. Investments in energy projects create 2,000 jobs. If ties break, oil sales drop 3%, factories slow by 5%, and economy shrinks 0.5%. Unemployment could rise 0.3%, affecting 10,000 families. Growth, already at 3%, stalls as rerouting oil adds 10% delays. It's like missing a harbor. Azerbaijan's energy flow weakens, making daily life harder for workers relying on smooth trades. Number 9, Greece. Think of Azerbaijan and Greece as old sea traders swapping stories and fuel. Without Greece, the waves get rough. In 2025, Greece takes 4% of exports, like gas and oil, over 1 million tons yearly. This supports 15% of southern pipeline use. Tourism flows too. Greeks come for history, adding 2% to visitors, about 20,000 trips. Business ties mean joint ventures in shipping, employing 3,000. If cut off, energy exports fall 5%, causing 7% less production in fields. Economy dips 1%, with growth dropping from 3% to 2%. Unemployment up 0.4%, hits 15,000. Rerouting gas lengthens by 12%, raising costs. It's a sunny bond. Losing it dims Azerbaijan's trade lights, slowing recovery and making imports of tech harder to afford for families. Number 8, India. Imagine Azerbaijan as a magic lamp with oil wishes, and India as a big friend rubbing it for energy. Without India, the magic fades. In 2025, India grabs 3.6% of exports, over 1.24 million tons of oil. This keeps refineries busy and balances trade. Tourism grows, Indians visit for culture, 3% of arrivals, around 50,000 yearly despite some issues. Investments in pharma create 4,000 jobs. If links snap, oil revenue drops 4%, fields produce 8% less. Economy shrinks 1.2%, growth to 2.5%. Unemployment rises 0.5%, 20,000 affected. Supply chains for spices and tech delay 15%. It's a colorful tie. Without India, Azerbaijan's energy sparkle dulls, hurting workers and slowing non-oil dreams. Number 7, Israel. See Azerbaijan and Israel as smart allies sharing tech and fuel secrets. Without Israel, the shield weakens. In 2025, Israel buys 4% of exports, 1.4 million tons of oil, key for security ties. This funds 10% of defense buys. Tourism adds, Israelis explore Baku, 2% visitors, over 30,000 stays. Arms deals employ 5,000 in factories. If separated, exports fall 5%, budget short 2%. Economy dips 1.5%, growth to 2%. Unemployment up 0.6%, 25,000 jobs lost. Tech imports delay 20%. It's a strong partnership. Losing it shakes Azerbaijan's safety and growth, making energy trades riskier for everyone. Number 6, Germany. Azerbaijan looks to Germany like a crafty builder borrowing tools. Without Germany, projects halt. In 2025, Germany provides 4.3% of imports, like machines, and takes 1% exports. Trade moves 1 million tons yearly. Tourism. Germans love mountains, 3% arrivals, 40,000 visits. Investments build factories, 6,000 jobs. If gone, imports drop 5%. Factories idle 10%. Economy shrinks 1.8%. Growth to 1.8%. Unemployment rises 0.7%, 30,000 hit. Tech supplies delay 18%. It's a precise link. Without Germany, Azerbaijan's buildup slows, affecting families needing steady work. Number 5, Georgia. Think of Georgia as Azerbaijan's friendly next-door neighbor, sharing paths for pipes, trucks, and people that keep the energy flowing. Without Georgia, Azerbaijan's roads to the world would block up tight. In 2025, Georgia handles transit for 20% of oil exports through pipelines, moving over 10 million tons yearly. Trade turnover jumped 20% in the first 5 months, with Azerbaijan sending more goods like fuel. Tourism buzzes too. Georgians make up 10% of visitors, around 150,000 trips crossing borders 500,000 times a year. Investments from Azerbaijan grew fivefold in early 2025, creating 5,000 jobs in transport. Energy ties mean shared grids for reliable power during peaks. If the link breaks, oil shipments delay by 15%, cutting production 6% in fields. The economy could shrink 2%, with growth falling from 3% to 1.5%. Unemployment rises 1%, hitting 40,000 workers in trade. Shops might see 10% fewer imports, making food pricier. It's like losing a backyard gate. Azerbaijan's treasures stay stuck, hurting families who need easy trades and visits to thrive. Number 4. China. Azerbaijan views China as a huge faraway friend, trading tech gadgets for oil and opening doors for tourists. Without China, factories and phones would go quiet. In 2025, China supplies 17% of imports, like electronics and machines, over 3 million tons, up 32% in the first 5 months. Visa-free travel started in July, boosting tourism. Chinese visitors lead with 8% arrivals, over 120,000 trips for sites like Baku. Investments in roads and factories create 10,000 jobs, growing 37% in the first quarter. Trade ties mean joint projects in green energy, covering 5% of solar needs. If cut off, imports drop 18%, slowing construction by 12% and tech supplies by 20%. The economy shrinks 2.5%, with growth dipping from 3% to 1%. Unemployment climbs 1.2%, affecting 50,000 youth in new sectors. Exports of oil fall 3% as markets shift. It's a bright bridge. Breaking it leaves Azerbaijan without modern tools and crowds, making growth feel slow and empty for everyday people. Number 3. Russia. Picture Russia as Azerbaijan's big northern buddy, sending food and taking in workers for jobs. Without Russia, supplies and money flows would freeze cold. In 2025, Russia provides 18% of imports, like grains and machines, over 3 million tons in the first 4 months, with trade up overall. Tourism thrives, Russians top visitors at 15%, around 200,000 trips despite some tensions. Workers send home 46% of remittances, supporting 5% of families. Energy swaps cover 10% of gas needs during winters. If ties snap, imports fall 20%, emptying shops by 15% and raising prices. The economy dips 3%, growth to just 0.5% from 3%. Unemployment jumps 1.5%, losing 60,000 jobs in trade. Tourism drops 10% if strains worsen, hurting hotels. Fields might produce 5% less without parts. It's a sturdy link. Losing it chills Azerbaijan's kitchens and wallets, making life tougher for migrants and families back home. Number 2. Turkey. Azerbaijan and Turkey are like strong brothers, building pipelines and sharing sunny beaches for fun. Without Turkey, the wings of trade would weaken badly. In 2025, Turkey takes 15% of exports and sends 15% of imports, moving over 6 million tons total through borders. Tourism soars, Turks fill 12% of visits, 180,000 stays for culture and mountains. Pipelines like Igdir-Nakhchivan carry 25% of gas, operational since March. Investments in energy create 15,000 jobs, boosting ties. If separated, trade falls 16%, factories slow 20% without parts. The economy shrinks 4%, turning growth negative 1% from 3%. Unemployment rises 2%, hitting 80,000 in transport. Transit delays stretch 30%, stranding oil. Tourism drops 8%, emptying resorts. It's a family heart. Without Turkey's support, Azerbaijan's energy paths and joyful crowds fade, leaving the country weaker and quieter for workers and visitors alike. Number 1. Italy. See Azerbaijan relying on Italy like a wide river carrying oil to the sea, funding dreams. Without Italy, the main flow would dry up fast. In 2025, Italy buys 44% of exports, over 12 million tons of oil in the first half, up from 4.38 million tons in 4 months. This powers 50% of the budget for roads and schools. Tourism adds charm. Italians make 4% of visitors, 60,000 trips for history and food. Joint factories employ 20,000 in energy. Trade surged 21% in early months. If lost exports crash 45%, fields idle 30% with less demand. The economy collapses 10%, growth negative 5% from 3%. Unemployment soars 3%, 120,000 jobs gone in oil. Imports of machines drop 10%, slowing projects. tourism falls 5% without European crowds. It's the vital stream. Without Italy, Azerbaijan's wealth floods away, stopping builds and turning life chaotic for families depending on steady oil sales. There you have it. These 10 countries are Azerbaijan's pillars. From oil flows to fun visits, they keep the gem shining. What shocked you? Comment, subscribe, and catch you next time.